welcome to my Friday video. I have a few videos over the next, I think I have 3 total for this series I'm going to do. And this is getting my Week in the Life album set up. I'm just going to call it my Week in the Life prep. I've already done a video sharing how I set my album up, like all of the things that I did, the page protectors I used. I purchased Ali Edwards' main kit and the mini photography kit. That's the product I'm working with. I also purchased the cut and paste workshop from Vicki Boutin from Scrapbook.com. Huge shout out to Vicki Boutin, who just started her own company. I watched her live last week and just was so excited for her. I don't follow a ton of what she does because she does a lot of like mixed media stuff that just isn't like my jam, but I love her product. So huge shout out to Vicki Boutin. That's very exciting. So you're going to see the butterfly items and these floral pieces. They are all from the Vicki Boutin collection, cut and paste I got off scrapbook.com. And then the little puffy stickers, that green heart, and then that blue heart, and some of the things that I will be using is from Vicki Boutin's Bold, I want to say it's Bold and Beautiful collection, but I'm not exactly positive. I will try to link that product if you are interested. And so what I'm going to do over the next 3 episodes, I think I'll have 1 this month and then 2 next month, leading up to Week in the Life, which is May 18th. That's when it starts. I am going to be sharing how I'm getting my album together and how I'm staying excited about the project. Sometimes it's really hard. Like a kit will drop, Ali Edwards will drop a kit, and then it's like you get it and you're excited about it, but then it's like the project isn't happening for a couple weeks. So then it's like, do you stay excited, or, you know, does the excitement wear off? I'm very excited for this project this year. It's the first year in several years I've been really excited for Week in the Life. And that is a documenting project where you document an entire week in your life. And I've done it many times before. I think I've done it 5 or 6 times before. But the last couple years, I just haven't been as excited or as engaged in the project. And this year, I just feel really good about it. I feel really engaged. I'm very excited about it. And so I just want to keep that excitement going. So the first thing I'm going to do here is just add a few of the die cuts to the very beginning of my album here. This is a 3x8 page protector. It has the one little week in the life 2026, and then I stamped right under that, and it says life right now. I used one of the acetate photo strip film strips to that card. I saw somebody do that on Instagram and loved it, so I did that. And then you will notice that the Monday where it says May 18th, that black circle, I created that. The camera icon is from the digital content from Ali Edwards. That's the digital stamp set. I did not get that stamp set in the physical version. I just purchased it in the digital form. And then I created those circles. So I have a black circle that says each day of the week. And then it has the camera and the date, and then I added a little embellishment and then added the butterfly above it. My dividers are digital product that I purchased and then stamped on, or printed on vellum. So it just has each day of the week, Monday through Sunday. I am slightly nervous about this album and how thick it already is with all of my page protectors in it, but I do have cards in all of the page protectors basically. So I'm hoping that it's not going to bulk up too much, but I have a feeling it's going to be pretty thick. I also this year, I'm going to try to do some editing of my photos, and that I'm going to try to put like multiple photos onto one canvas and that kind of thing, to keep the bulk down. I also want to say that there's really there's 100 different ways to approach this project, but typically the two ways that I approach memory keeping projects is I either just go for it. I just take a bunch of photos, print a bunch of photos, and then sit down at my desk and figure it all out. Add the photos to the album, make the layout, whatever it is. That's one approach. The second approach is to be more thoughtful going into it and to sort of know what kind of photos you want to take, what size photos you want them to be, and then do that as you're going and edit the photos before you have them printed. Typically, I'm the first kind. Like, I just do the thing, take the photos, print the photos, do the project, and not worry about it. I feel like it's a little bit more brain power for me to do it before, but because I want to have multiple photos on one canvas, because I want to get photos in different sizes, I feel like I'm going into this with a little bit more work as I go through the week and do the project. Neither way is right or wrong. It just is like where you're at and what you want to do. I don't feel like I'm always great about thinking ahead with the items, but I'm going to try it this time and see how it goes. I'm going to add dash lines to everything. If you're new to my channel, it's my favorite thing to do. I either do like a simple dash line. It's called faux stitching. I've done it for 1,000 years. I have a friend that makes fun of me because every single thing that I do, I always put these dash lines on. The other style is to do longer lines with shorter dash lines in between, and I'm doing that longer form of dash lines in this project. I'm trying to remember to do that. There's going to be a couple places you're going to see the other style pop up, but I'm trying to do this more whimsical approach. I love the butterfly mini puffy stickers that I got from Scrapbook.com. I bought 2 of those packs, and they each come with 2 sheets in them, and I love them. They have been really great to add. I think if I could only pick one extra product to get, it probably would be that. I also am going for a bit of a butterfly extra piece. Like, that will be something that will tie my album together. I also want to try to add some twine. Now, this twine that I'm using is a little bit thick. And again, I'm really nervous about how thick this album is going to be. Typically, I try not to worry about it, and I try to just go for it, and however it ends up working out, it works out. And if I have to have 2 albums for something, then that's what I have to do. I really never want to be in a place where I edit my creativity or the photos that I want to fit into something. I really just want my creativity to be, there, and I want the ability to take as many photos as I want, but I am slightly nervous. So I'm trying this out on this tag. I think that I want to do these tags in the 2x2 squares for each day. But you will see that I end up taking this off because it does feel like it's going to add too much bulk, especially tying that bow. So maybe if I didn't tie the bow, the bow looks so cute on it. It's like, so what do I do? I also pull out some black twine that may work a little bit better. It's a little bit thinner. The other thing that I was thinking about getting is black and like embroidery thread, I think it's called, because that tends to be really, really thin and may not add as much bulk. But look at that black and white on there. It's so cute. So my next video that you're going to see next week is going to be me doing some stamping. And you'll see on top of that Monday, there is the date stamp. It says 5/18/24. That Monday 6x8 piece is a digital piece that I created. It was inspired by a Brandy Kincaid piece that I used years and years ago, and I was going to reuse that piece, but it just didn't match the feel of my album. So I created that piece, and then this piece behind it like myself. And next week, you're going to see me do all that stamping. So we're going to go through my entire album. I'm going to put date stamps on all the pieces I want to put the date stamp on. And then I also got my word phrase stamps out. And I'll be stamping those in certain places and just going through. I feel like going through and doing a little bit of this work ahead of time is really helpful, especially with this project because it's so overwhelming. It is a really big project to undertake, and I feel like I start to get burnt out once I get my photos. And so that is also part of my process this time, and trying to do a little bit of editing and putting photos together before I get them printed. It can be really overwhelming to sit down with 300 plus photos and try to figure out how to put them all together. I'm also considering printing them daily individually, meaning at the end of Monday, I sit down, I do the edits, and I don't mean editing the photo like putting filters on it or altering it. What I mean is maybe I have 4 photos and I want them all on one 4x6 canvas, or some of these smaller photos that I want, putting them into smaller photos. And then I'm thinking, what if I try to print them daily? One of the biggest hurdles I always go through is organizing my photos once I get them back. You know, I'll get 300 photos back, and then it's like I've got to organize them all into each day. So maybe I'm just thinking maybe that would alleviate some of the issue if I printed them up so each day I was picking up. Even if I picked them all up at the end of the week, if I was just like, I have 7 photo orders here, but they were all together, that could be something too. I pick my photos up. I have them printed at Walmart. My particular Walmart has a really good photo center, and the same people have been working there for years, and they're very delicate with the photos, and I have a really good relationship with them. I used to print at Walgreens, but they started leaving my photos in the machines, and they would like warp. They would like be like, they would just warp, and like I would get them back and they'd be all weird, and it would irritate me. I also apologize. I am struggling with allergies really bad, so I apologize for my annoying voice. I'm just sorry. So here I'm adding this striped piece. It was a little smaller than my 3x8 piece on the back, so I'm just going to leave it with a white border. I'm not going to bother cutting down a whole another 12x12 piece of pattern paper just for that. So I'll just leave it. I'll add some dash lines on the back. It's on Sunday, so it's the very last one. And then also, just so you know, I slowed down this video a little bit just so I could talk you through what I was doing. And so I'm moving a little bit slow, but in reality, this session that I did sitting down at my desk and doing these few things took me about 15 minutes. And that's the other thing is I'm trying to break this up into chunks because I just don't have the time I used to have. You know, I used to be able to sit down at my desk and spend hours and hours doing a project, and I don't have that anymore. I have pockets of time, and so I'm trying to, in those pockets of time, do certain things that will help me be successful in doing this project. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the thing I'm gonna do next is grab there is a sticker sheet that is from the Vicki Boutin collection, and it's not chipboard, it's like puffy stickers, but they're very, very thick. They're the ones that are on the inside of my album on the front side. I'm going to add a few to the back. I don't know how many of these pieces that I will actually use during the week, like in the actual page protectors, because they are really, really thick. I wish that they were slightly thinner because I feel like they're even thicker than chipboard. Like, whatever foam this is, it is very, very thick. And so because of that, and not wanting to add that extra bulk to this mini album, what I'm going to do is add some on the bottom corner here, but then that's all I'm gonna add. And then like I said, I'm not sure exactly how much of this I will use in the page protectors when I'm actually doing the pages. But it's all beautiful stuff. And then whatever I have left of the collection, I will just put into the rest of my stuff. I feel like it will work in a lot of my other projects. I might end up taking some of it and making it one of my products that I use for my Project Life album one month. Like maybe it might be fun in May to use this stuff in my Project Life family album, because then it would match my Week in the Life album. Sometimes that's something fun that I like to do. So I will take a look at that and see what I have left after Week in the Life. So I'm just adding those few things here and there just to be able to use it. I really want to be able to use my stash. That is my goal this year, is to use a lot of what I have and to see how I can mix things in with other projects that I'm doing. So like I said, next week, you're going to see me do a whole bunch of stamping. I will post these videos on Fridays, so they will be my Week in the Life series, like getting ready for Week in the Life. And I'm going to do a whole bunch of stamping and get all of that set up and ready. And I really loved using the date stamp as an extra sort of embellishment. That's the way I looked at it. So make sure you come back next Friday and see that. If you're doing Week in the Life, please let me know in the comments below, especially if you post videos. I would love to see what you're doing. I would love for you to give this video a like, and if you can hype it, I would love that as well. There's 2 other videos here that you can check out, and I will catch you in my very next video.